Muslims believe paradise is more real than this life, not a metaphor, not a vague spiritual state. The Quran describes Jannah, paradise, in extraordinary physical, sensory, emotional detail as a place more genuinely real and permanent than the world we currently inhabit. Here is the complete honest picture. The framing, this life as a waiting room. The Quran repeatedly uses a specific word for this life, dunya, which in Arabic literally means the lower or nearer place. The afterlife, by contrast, is the akhirah, the ultimate destination. Islamic theology frames earthly life not as the main event, but as a brief passage towards something far more substantial. A hadith describes this life relative to the afterlife as a traveler dipping their finger in the ocean. The drop on the finger is this world. The ocean is what comes next. What Jannah actually looks like. The Quran describes paradise in vivid, specific terms: gardens beneath which rivers flow, rivers of water that never changes, milk that never sours, honey that is pure, wine that causes no harm, shade, coolness, and beauty in every direction, food of whatever one desires, clothing and adornment beyond anything available in this world, the company of loved ones. The Quran specifically states that believers will be reunited with their families in paradise. The physical descriptions are understood in Islamic theology not as crude materialism, but as the best available language for experiences that transcend current human comprehension. The prophet said that paradise contains what no eye has ever seen, no ear has ever heard, and no human heart has ever imagined. The descriptions in the Quran are a starting point, not a ceiling, the greatest reward. Every Islamic scholar across every tradition agrees on one point. The greatest reward of paradise isn't the gardens or the rivers or the abundance, it's the vision of God, Ruyat Allah, the direct experience of the divine, described as so overwhelming in its beauty and peace that everything else in paradise would fade by comparison. This is described as the moment toward which all of existence has been leading. The conditions. Paradise isn't automatic. Islamic theology holds that it is entered through a combination of faith, deeds, and ultimately God's mercy, because no human deed, however good, is sufficient to earn paradise by itself. The Quran describes God's forgiveness as the essential bridge, and God's mercy, according to a famous hadith, outweighs his wrath by an enormous margin. The depth of Islamic theology across 14 centuries continues to reward honest and careful study. Every honest account of this faith adds one more piece to a picture that grows richer the more closely one looks. Context and nuance separate real understanding from oversimplified summaries that miss what actually matters. These are exactly the kinds of details that make an enormous difference to genuine understanding. This channel exists to provide honest, respectful, context rich education about Islam for the genuinely curious. Honest engagement with this material is exactly what this channel is built around every single day. The depth of Islamic theology across 14 centuries continues to reward honest and careful study. Every honest account of this faith adds one more piece to a picture that grows richer the more like if this gave you something. Subscribe, Truth Every Day. I'm Noor. This is Islam with Noor. Thank you for listening.